That's how I got to the Knicks. And same thing, bro. But I got to the Knicks and Mike D'Antoni was the coach. And
what's his name?
Mike D'Antoni.
Fake as hell. Fake it as a $3 bill.
Like, bro, we getting our ass kicked on defense, and we tell him, me and Larry Hughes come in the office and say, Coach, we will have the guys come in 30 minutes early just to go over defensive principles so that we can just be a little, because we were scoring mad points.
Yeah, get points. All his teams do that.
He like, defense ain't the problem. That's what he told us. Defense ain't the problem. Defense ain't the problem. Get out of my office. Defense ain't the problem.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm from there, bro. So that's why we talking about the losing
So
at
you
the
want the
crib, bro.
competitive-
Like, I can't even go nowhere.
Yeah, the
I'm averaging
competitive
20, but I'm losing every night. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was my Knick days. But I had a year and a half. It was a good run. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to play in the Garden. I remember, man, I always had butterflies before every game because I never wanted to get booed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still, like I tell Jared Jeffries, bro, like, I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
Maybe they would boo him when he
My
he
Indiana
started.
boy, man.
Yeah, they'd be like, Jared Jeffries, boo for the game. He didn't give him a chance to even see if he's going to play well. I'm like, nigga, how did you deal with that? But
Yo,
everybody tough in their own way.
Right.
That's crazy. And then from there, from the Knicks, you was able to land in Denver.
Yeah,
Play with Chauncey and Melo.
Johnson, Melo, but you know, we had crazy ass George Karl as the coach.
I had Kmart too then, y'all.
Kmart was there.
Yeah, squad.
I think Kmart was coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But yeah, that team was interesting too, bro. It was just like, you know, playing with like guys like Chauncey, because you know, Chauncey like 1 year alpha, but you know, he mad smart. He as smart as the head coach every time, you know? So just watching like him and George Karl have their little chess matches would be like always funny as hell, just because Chauncey was just as smart as this motherfucker. So he'd be like, nah, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just watching how he would deal with George. So I understood why George got rid of him and Melo, because they had got to the point where you couldn't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to say they was wrong. I think they was right in a lot of the stuff, but it's just for him, he lost control. But he knew if he got Ty Lawson in there and Aaron Afalo, you know what I'm saying?
Some young cats.
Yeah, they'd do everything he say to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Those 2 years was cool. We made playoffs both years. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of my first meetings with George Karl. He brought me in his office and we talking, and he's like asking me like, how come I don't rebound more or whatever? And I was just, cause I think I averaged like 6.5 rebounds. He's like, why you not a non-rebound guy or whatever? So I didn't really have a reason why. I was like, I don't know. And he was just like, then he says to me, he's like, how many games have you won the last couple years? Right? And I'm like,
damn.
Because I'm coming from the Knicks, so we won like 36 games, 32 games. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I've won 50 plus for the last 8 seasons. I looked at him and I was like, that's crazy, George. I ain't never seen you play. I hadn't.
Which
like,
is a fact.
Why is he comparing himself? What? I'm like, you the coach. Like, what? I'm like, I literally said that. So I was like, I never seen you play. And he was like, nah, like, I coach teams to win 50 plus games every year. And I was like, well, all right, cool. But that told me a lot about him at that time, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, me and George, we actually have a decent relationship or whatever, but of course he has his flaws. And it's funny, you know, he'll see something, he see me say something, he'll attack me on Twitter about it. You know, he petty. But I always said, like, the biggest thing with him was just like, when we won games, it was because of him. And when we lost, it was because of us. Yeah. He's one of them type coaches or whatever. But it is what it is, though.
Yeah,
I miss the old league, son.
He say I miss the old league, son.
It's different.
So
What you think about the league?
We had the best era of basketball, not knocking these young, because these young kids, their skill level and all that is whatever, but like our era was like toughness, it was skill, it was like, you know how to play, it was the mental aspect of it. It was like, it was the best era of basketball, our little 10, 20 years or whatever.
What you think about the game now? Like,
I think the skill level of the game is like at an all-time high. I mean, I think that like the moves they be making and shit, I think they would spin me around here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I'm not knocking it, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that like, it's just one style of play now.
It's the biggest game of the year, and y'all already know who we are rocking with. PrizePicks. You don't want to miss out on the action for the last game of the football season. PrizePicks gives you a shot to win 1,000 times your money. PrizePicks is the daily fantasy sports app. All you have to do is pick more than or less than. For the big game only. PrizePicks is also giving away free pick for the big game. Patrick Mahomes will only need to throw 1 yard to win. If you're right on one more, you can win some real cash. Make sure you use the promo code MUD and you'll get $50 instantly when you play with as little as $5. They even offer MasterCard for quick and easy deposits. But they don't stop there. They even have weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays that you could save up to 25% on Tuesday. Don't be the one to miss out with over 10 million active users. You guys already know what to do. Go to PrizePicks, download the app, and use promo code MUD. PrizePicks, the daily fantasy sports app.